The French people are facing yet another wave of strikes and protests against their president, Emmanuel Macron, over his unpopular plan to raise the country's minimum pension age from 62 to 64. This comes as Macron returned from a state visit to the Netherlands, forced to contain the row over his comments on Taiwan. The Prime Minister has requested that the Constitutional Council examine the legislation that raises the pension age, and should the bill be approved, Macron plans to sign it into law before the end of 2023. Hundreds of thousands have already taken to the streets to express their anger over the proposed pension changes, which have been ongoing for nearly 3 months. Even if the bill is validated on Friday, the French people are indicating their anger and frustration will remain. Transport, schools, and even the Parisian garbage collection have been affected by the strikes. In order to gauge public opinion, a IFOP poll concluded that 2/3 of French people oppose Macron's pension adjustments and 52% want the protests to continue even if the Constitutional Council approves the bill. Macron's image has been severely damaged due to his perceived lack of connection with the people's sentiments and concerns. Macron addressed the issue during his time in the Netherlands, and despite his refusal to talk with trade unions in recent weeks, he is reportedly willing to engage in dialogue with them once the court decision has been published. Macron links the pension changes to the need for France to control public spending and his larger agenda for closer economic ties between EU members. Unfortunately, the level of opposition to the policy changes could potentially have longer-term repercussions, such as a surge in support for far-right groups like the National Rally. These events pose a great challenge to Macron's administration and leave many wondering how the government plans to remedy the situation in France if the pension law is passed. It is evident that Macron will face much scrutiny if he plans to continue with his proposed pension changes. While that remains to be seen, there is no denying that Macron will have to take the thoughts and opinions of the French people into serious consideration as he makes his decisions.